Hey everyone, Eric here from Basin and Bend again with another weekly Where to Fish, this time for the weekend of May 11th, 2019. Well, it's Thursday, and if you woke up today, you might have seen some white stuff outside. Winter definitely made a reappearance in the past few days, and it looks like that trend is going to continue mostly into the weekend. But once the weekend hits, it looks like it's going to clear out of here, and we're going to have some nicer weather, which is going to make for some awesome fishing. So, once again, these would be my top 3 spots that I'd be heading to this weekend out of the Denver metro area, whether you're heading from Evergreen, Golden, Boulder, you name it. Starting at number 3, top pick would be Cheeseman Canyon. Flows recently this week have bumped up over to 300, which definitely helped push those fish out into the different areas, into different seams, out into the shallows, things like that. But now it's actually dropped back down to about 175, which is still a real manageable flow in there. You can get in there and really work a lot of that water. So what that did do though was stir up a lot of the bugs in the water, get a lot of that debris going and flushing bugs everywhere. So you definitely have a lot of options for what you can use, whether it's some type of scud pattern, a larger stone pattern, and again, don't be afraid to use those worm patterns. This is prime time for worms. So whether it's a San Juan or a squirming worm style, definitely have something like that up front, something that the fish are going to see and it is going to entice them to come over and check out your rig. Down below, still using some fairly small midges, whether it's like an 18 to 20 size midge, a chocolate thunder, something along those lines. Just a standard zebra midge is good in there as well, or a smaller Baetis pattern. So blue wing olives with this type of mixed weather, the blue wings are going to be super active. So whether it's an emerger pattern later in the day or a straight on nymph, a small flashback pheasant tail, a hot spot pheasant tail, those type of things are going to be great in there. Moving on to number 2, my top choice would be the Blue River in Silverthorne. Flows are typically, or have recently been pegged up at about 400 CFS, which is blowing a lot of water through there, which is good, but a lot of it is still clear water. So you can still do a lot of sight fishing. You can work those banks and pick out fish, look for those big red stripes. There's plenty of them in there. But with that flow, it's also bumping a lot of mysis through that system. So up front, definitely have some type of mysis pattern, Charlie's mysis, an epoxy mysis, something along those lines. In the back, still your traditional fare for that section of the blue. The water's really cold and the bugs don't get real big in there. So typically a 22 to a 20 midge this time of year, or a small blue wing olive pattern in that same size range. You can drop down to 20 to an 18. Again, small little Stallcups Baetis, maybe even a magic fly, your typical RS2s, things like that in there would be good as well. Moving on to number 1, take advantage of it while you can. Our local favorite little freestone Clear Creek, just outside Evergreen here, that has been running really clear, which is kind of surprising for as much moisture as we've had the past few days. Even in the middle of the storm right now, a lot of that, the entire section that I checked out was definitely not off color yet in the canyon along I-70. That may change as we get more of this moisture and some of that really starts melting off, but that's going to give you a really good opportunity to use a lot of those bigger stone flies. Again, those worm patterns. This is squirmy season, so have that up front. In the back, you can trail a little bit bigger nymphs, mayfly and stone nymphs. And again, we're kind of getting into prime caddis season. That's really starting to kick off. You always hear about the Mother's Day hatch down in the Arkansas, so don't be afraid to use a lot of caddis nymphs in there as well. Switch it up between those in the back, but up front, definitely a big attractor pattern. So get out there, enjoy your public lands. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all those awesome moms out there as well. But have fun this weekend. If you do get out, tag us with Basin and Bend in any of those pictures when you're doing the catch and release. Try to keep them wet, get a good shot, and then put them back in the water. But have fun, and I'll see you next week.